Cancer, welcome to Sunshine Swan Intuition. My name is Kylie Ann, and this is going to be a general Celtic cross style reading for the sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Risings. Cross watchers, you are welcome as well. The question we are going to be asking the cards today is, what do you need to know now? This will be a timeless reading, so whenever you find it and all of its messages, it is meant for you right now. Before we get into the Celtic Cross, we are going to pull an oracle from the Divine Doors deck. This will be sort of your theme card, and it's going to help, oh, there it is, and it's going to help send me and the cards in the right direction of what you need to know now. It fell out very easily. Palmistry, fortune and tarot, collective destiny. The palm lines from birth tell your sacred palmistry. Listen to the notes of your intuition. So with the palmistry card, it's making me feel like already sort of like maybe get back into your roots, do your ancestry, find things that you connect to based on your familial connections, your friend connections. It is something, it's, yeah, like even like get your palm read, or really get into your birth chart if you haven't already. But it's, I think it's time, what I'm hearing is it's time for self exploration in corners of yourself, or through or by means that you otherwise have not yet before. And I am feeling like this this depth within you that that you maybe are seeking or are interested in seeking. So that is the general theme, is palmistry. And one more time, there's your door. And it says also trust your intuition. So Cancer, it is always a good idea to trust your intuition, to follow your gut, your instincts. To any question that you ever ask, you already have the answers to. It's just about going within, allowing yourself space to just be and listen. When I was tapping in and I did pre-shuffle, I'm going to shuffle again, but as I was pre-shuffling, I was feeling and hearing the word listen, and it was in the color green, which the green chakra is your heart chakra. So listen to your heart, listen to your heart chakra. Maybe also you might need a chakra healing. The card that, oh, they're flying out already. I wasn't ready. Okay, in the center of your reading, you got the 3 of Swords. What is crossing you is the 4 of Pentacles. In your subconscious is the Knight of Pentacles. Recent past, 3 of Cups. What is crowning you is the 7 of Wands. Your energy is represented by the Queen of Wands. Person or situation you're attracting is Justice. Your hopes and fears, the Magician. And the outcome is the Hermit. They wanted me to see this card at the bottom of the deck. The 4 of Swords, which is the Rest card. Okay. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't do immediate incoming. Oh, well, there it is. Oh, no, it's not. There it isn't. It's not it. You're saying it's not it? I can feel it. I can feel it in the deck. There it is. Okay. And your immediate incoming is the King of Wands. Okay, very quickly, just what I pull from this. It looks like you're looking for something new, is what I get. So at the core of your reading, in what you need to know now, is the Three of Swords. I am feeling a little bit of, I was gonna say sadness, but it's more like loneliness. You're being crossed by the Four of Pentacles, which is kind of like you're not letting go of something in the physical realm. In your subconscious, the energy that you're rooted in is the Knight of Pentacles, but you're moving on slow and steady. In your recent past was the Three of Cups. So maybe you went through something, it was kind of like, it's like when you go to a party and you're super socially stimulated and you're having lots of fun, you're having lots of buzzing conversation, and you're even like, you know, Cancer, you're empathetically like picking up on everybody else's like happy energy and all of this fun stuff. And then you go home and then like the next morning it's like really quiet and you're like, oh, that was really fun. And now it's quiet. So, which is interesting because the word that I was picking up on was listen to your heart. So now what I'm feeling, because even this could even be, it's not third party, but it is like a party. Like there was a lot going on. There might have even been more people in your life than there might have been more people in your life before there are now. Maybe it's a little bit more quiet at your house. And so you're feeling, that's why at the core of it is the Three of Swords. But the good news is what's crowning you is the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands says, well, I'm gonna keep going, which is kind of funny because that's kind of the energy that I get from the Knight of Pentacles as well. It's almost like Seven of Wands almost also is kind of like evaluating like what you're putting out, what you're creating, where your energy is being placed, and yeah, what you're creating. That's what this means. Your immediate incoming is the King of Wands. It was also strange that I didn't pull it, so maybe you're just a little bit in your feels, and so you're not really particularly thinking about what's immediately incoming. But the good news is it is a really strong card. It's the King of Wands. The King of Wands it's the King of Fire, it's the King of Creation, and he's even like, he has, I don't know why, but he's pointing to the sky. So it's like, he has a direction in his mind. He has a thought of where he's supposed to, oh, okay. So he knows where he wants to move, but I'm hearing that you don't know when to do it, how to do it. Your energy is represented by the Queen of Swords, which is about being the bad bitch, the big boss, the decision maker. What's right, what's wrong? This is my kingdom. I always say that the Queen of Swords is the big bad bitch that I wouldn't fuck with, out of all of the queens in the tarot. So if that's your energy, it's almost like though there's something a bit passive about your energy, like you're not listening to your heart chakra. And I'm just gonna say it. You're not fully listening to your heart chakra, and so you're making decisions like based off of almost this Three of Swords energy. Off of the loneliness that you're like you don't know where to go, and you're kind of like you know that there's something more to come, there's going to be the next thing, but you almost like can't get to it because you're stuck on this beat of feeling alone. And I don't know why. I think it's just because the Four of Pentacles and the Three of Swords together is making me feel that way. And the Seven of Wands is like, you're not actually in action yet, you're just like thinking about it. You're thinking about the action. And the situation that you are attracting, the person you're attracting situation is justice. So maybe I feel like that's what you're wanting. You're wanting justice from something. Let's see what you're wanting justice from. Please clarify justice in the person or situation that's acting. What does Cancer need to know now about this? Two of Cups. Okay, it's a connection, it's a relationship. You know, it could be a relationship that didn't go quite the way you wanted it to. Meaning it was fun, it was a party, but now it's kind of over. This could also be you're ready to, because your card was palmistry and I was getting this feeling of like going in deeper. It's almost like you're ready to get deep with yourself. Because your outcome is the Hermit. That's also this sort of all by my lonesome energy. That's what I was picking up on. Okay. I just think you're wanting like a relationship, you're wanting connection, you're wanting to go back to that feeling of being at the party where everything's vibrant and everybody's talking and it's stimulating conversation. My advice, I don't know why, it's not my advice, it's your guides' advice. They just said, but make sure that it's in a healthy and clean environment. Make sure you're not just inviting anyone into your space or just going into anyone's space because you want to connect. Be really super intentional about what you're doing, who you're doing it with, that sort of thing. And your hopes and fears is the Magician. To me, that means you know that you have the power to change your situation, but you're just stuck. I keep going straight back to the center of this reading, which is the Three of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. You're just stuck. But you have such good aspects for moving the energy around. I mean, you are represented by the Queen of Swords. But I'm just stuck. I feel stuck. Like when I'm trying to read your energy, I feel stuck. Let's clarify. Let's ask, how can I get unstuck? How can Cancer get unstuck? What do they need to know right now to get unstuck? What can they do to get unstuck? What can they do to get unstuck? I need one more card. What can they do to get unstuck? They're like, here's 3. This deck is so... Oh gosh, okay. Well, the first one that popped out that I didn't want to just take alone was the Five of Cups. Five of Cups is focusing on what is gone and not realizing that there's still more to be had. So if that is your advice on how to get stuck out of it, that's just acknowledging that you're just looking at the 3 cups that have spilled and you're not noticing that there's still 2 full cups behind you or in your peripheral that you're not paying attention to. The other cards that came out for you is the Seven of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. Advice on how to get out. Okay, Cancer, 7 of Swords. That is major introspection. Turning it back on you. Huge mirror moment, looking at your reflection in the water. Where were you in your mind? What were you thinking? What were you saying back then? And how did it affect and translate into the situation you're in right now? This card to me, especially with it being a question of what's the advice, and the theme is palmistry, it's going in deeper, it's looking at yourself in many other different ways to explore yourself and to understand yourself. I'm just feeling this huge resistance, like Kylie Ann, I don't want to do this, but this is, I'll just push past it. But major self-introspection is needed at this time for you to get unstuck. That's what they're saying. And the Queen of Pentacles is also, the advice is knowing that you hold all the power, you hold all the chips, you're the one that dictates what you have in your life and what you don't. The Queen of Pentacles to me is like master manifester, because she knows what it takes. She knows the work that you have to put into something. She knows the time that you have to put into something. She knows that you also have to have the belief and the other part of law of attraction, which is accepting and allowing that which you have asked for to come into your life. So it's like a two-part. Got to ask for it, be bold, ask for it, and when you ask for it, know that you're going to get it because it is yours by divine right. But then the second part of it is allowing. It's opening your arms and being receptive to receiving it. That's like a huge part of, I think, why like some people get tripped up with manifestation, is because they still are holding like the old beliefs that like, oh, there's no way that I would get that car. There's no way that I would get that, because, and it's old beliefs. You could even be like having that belief in like the way back of your mind, you're not even realizing it. And then in your like, you know, more surface, sorry, the camera died. In your more surface level awareness, you're saying all the things that you do want. I do want that new car. I do want that new job. I do want that new opportunity. But you're still accidentally holding on to those old beliefs that you forgot to clear out. So, you know, when I first started like playing with manifestation and like realizing that we're constantly manifesting things, whether we're conscious or unconscious about it. So when I became conscientious about it, aware of it, I thought of it as opening Google tabs. When I realized I was starting to think something that was like a negative vibration or like a low vibration, and I was like really done with like having that, you know, lack mentality or self-doubt or whatever, I would open up a new tab, like in Google, and I would think something else, and it was like retracking my brain. Every time I started to think something low vibrational or feel something low vibrational, I would open a new Google tab. But the other part of that is I have to then, after I open that new Google tab and I'm in it, I have to click X of the old one that I'm out of. So that old tab that I was playing in like wasn't serving me. You also have to like cancel it, like hit the X button and just open a bunch of new tabs until you start doing it automatically, where it's literally retraining and reconditioning your brain to think better things, to think more abundantly and in higher vibration. So that all came from the Magician being in your, no, it didn't actually, but it does tie into that. That is the Magician being in your hopes and fears, is just learning to be more, like learning the ways of manifestation and like all of the little tips and trips. Tips and tricks. And in your outcome, you had the Hermit. I think that is perfect for you because it obviously looks like you guys have a lot on your plate right now, and that is totally fine. If you need to go into your cave and be the Hermit for a while, more power to you. The Hermit also, the light in his lantern represents the star or the light of consciousness. So he's in the Fool's journey through the major arcana. When the Hermit is alone, I feel this too. When I have been more profoundly like alone in my life, I have learned so like the deepest parts of myself, and I've done the most self-work, and I've retrained and reconditioned to like such deep degrees where it like changed everything. So then when I plugged back into like mundane, like everyday life where, you know, there's a mix of conscious and unconscious people, it didn't matter because I had put so much practice and effort into attuning myself to my own highest vibration and just worrying about myself and not everybody else, and like scrambling to see what everybody else is doing. It just gave me such a huge sense of peace. And it's palmistry. It's getting to know who you are on really deep levels. Because when you do that, and when you fall in love with yourself unconditionally, I promise you, Cancer, and this is to everyone else, when you fall in love with yourself, I swear, it's like there's just something about life that gets easier. And it doesn't mean that all your problems go away and no new obstacles or, challenges won't come your way, because they will, but they just don't seem as like life ending, and you look at it more as an opportunity to learn and to grow rather than something that's trying to knock you down, because the universe is not ever trying to knock you down. God is never trying to throw things in your way to put you down, to make you spiral down and out. No. The universe and God is pure unconditional love, and you are always being divinely guided and protected by your ancestors, by your spirit guides, by your angels, by whatever you believe in. The universe is always conspiring to assist you. And that's true for absolutely everyone, regardless if they're aware of it or not, or they choose to accept it or not. So that is what I have for you today, Cancer. If you like this reading, if it resonated, please like, share, subscribe, comment, do all of the fun things. And I will see you next time for your next reading. Hope to see you.